This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
When it comes to playtime, never let your squad down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Push your gameplay beyond performance with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E. And maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search and head to Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
You'll be salivating when you see it.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up. The ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper, gang. Super duper.
That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the 21st day of March, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday on the Power Trip Morning Show. Big day, you know. We got the Sklar brothers coming in, and Mork and Mindy. In other words, Mark and Marnie. Mork and Mindy. I like that. Nanu. We have lots to get to. You know, I don't know. Let's not waste another moment. Here's Drew Allen with some comedy. Let's get it started. Friday morning, everybody. You made it. It's Friday. Let's get through this day and have a great weekend. Come on in now. I'm glad you're here.
It's interesting to see how people process a breakup, though. You know, some people, their whole life shuts down when a relationship ends. If you've ever had a friend like this, you've probably had the chance to be the person who tries to, rehabilitate them and, get them back out there again, which basically just is you lying to them a lot. Honesty is not the thing they need, you know? It's just I don't understand. How did this happen, Drew? Yeah, obviously she thought she could do better. I think if that weren't the case, she would still be with you. But based on how she's not with you, it would lead me to believe that she thought she could do better than you. Does that make sense? I'm smart, I'm handsome, I'm charismatic. Well, yeah, but you're not maxed out in any of those things. There's still room for improvement, all right? I wish I'd been more confident around her and been more fun. Yeah, you totally should have. Why didn't you think of that earlier? That might have worked.
Someone's got to step up and be a daddy.
The big knockers.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Friday edition of the Power Trip Morning Show. It's March 21st. I'm Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. That's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert. There's Zachary Halverson. And it's Friday, so there's the gentleman, John Kriesel. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Sklar Brothers later. It's always super awesome when they're here.
The best.
Marnie will be here. We'll talk to Mr. Z. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
You guys are a barrel of laughs. A barrel.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Never gonna
I saw them
stop.
last year at Acme. They were fantastic.
I was thinking about taking a trip down there. I can't talk, man.
Why?
I don't have enough vitamins in my body, obviously. I have too many 5-hour energies.
Yeah, it happens.
Just heart is pounding.
Yeah,
Go see him.
I might.
Yeah.
I might go down this weekend. I might do that. It'd be fun, you know?
Yeah, Acme kicks ass.
It does. I haven't been there for so long.
You know what does not kick ass? Acne.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, man. Remember when that was the worst thing in your life?
Ruined your day.
I never, thankfully, got it.
Oh,
Me
man.
either.
I looked like I was rubbing pizza on my face at night before bed.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
One of my half brothers had it, and I just harassed him. Even though he's 10 years older than me, so he just put me in a figure 4 leg lock. Then I would stop making fun of him,
Yeah.
Well,
you learn
one a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't put me in a figure 4 leg lock anymore.
Well, you learn what you like and what you don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hated it so much, you got rid of the legs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's
overreaction, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, a little bit.
Try it now. Thunk.
I never had the face covering acne, but man, one zit back in the day ruins a middle schooler's day or week.
Yeah.
Right? Just one.
Some ways,
You get one bad one.
one bad one was worse than a whole face full of them because it was like, why is that weed growing in the middle of the field?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just looked like it wanted to explode.
Yeah.
So then you made it explode.
You know what word has been ruined?
What?
File. Phile. I say that because I have a book, a game here called Cinephile,
Yeah.
and I could only see the file part of the box. And I was like, boy, that's
Rosie's a cinephile.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, she's an actress.
You got to be real careful, though. You know.
Yeah.
What kind of file is he again? Call the cops. No, cinephile.
Oh, man. You really like that driver.
There's got to be somebody out there who's both.
100%.
Yeah.
I think I just mentioned him.
Oh my God.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Jeez, Becky.
bring it on.
Michael Bolton's a cinephile.
Yeah. God,
Knuckle Bolton? Now listen, it's not like you said Knuckle Bolton.
Yeah,
That's
Knuckle Bolton.
That's a badass name. His Uncle Knuckle.
Uncle,
Yeah.
Uncle
You don't mess
Knuckle.
with that guy.
Yeah. No, you do not.
You don't mess with Uncle Knuckle.
I don't know if I've seen Michael Bolton since the Pirates of the Caribbean bit
God.
from the Lonely Island.
That's
Where's
a
Bolton
great
been?
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
No, it's
15 years?
Was it really?
Oh, of course.
Should we not talk that?
At least.
It's such
Please,
a good
we don't
bit.
need to do that. That's surly. We don't need to talk
That's
about
Surly?
Surly.
The beer?
Jack Sparrow.
God, that's a great song.
Lonely
It's
Island.
amazing. I
Yeah,
don't
it's so
want it
good.
to be
Amazing.
15 years old.
It's got to be at least 15
It's
years.
great.
That was 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey,
Wow.
it's,
14 years.
It's a brilliant tune.
Man.
Whenever I feel like that wasn't that long ago, then I realized I was a state representative then. That I'm like, yeah, that feels like 500 years ago.
I think I was still at North Campus.
Yes.
Cheese.
Cheese and rice.
Dude, YouTube, man, it still is good. Thank God. Like, YouTube has aged really well.
Whoa.
But there was that time when The Lonely Island was kicking it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just.
Nightly.
Oh, so good. That song, I listen to that song, I get, like, I'll hear it and then I'll play it like 10 times in a row. It's so good. When he sings, it's, oh, man, I love it.
Now back to the good part.
Correct. So good.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway, go to Acme. Not Acne. Go to Acme.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hugs.
I'll get some acne and go to Acme.
Go see the guys.
Dude,
So good.
Corey Cove,
Yes, sir.
I have a wandering attention span.
Yeah, same.
Cinephile.
Don't call me that.
It's fun to say.
Have you heard of a movie called The Luckiest Man in America?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm looking at the trailer right now because obviously I looked up Walton Goggins yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
The Luckiest Man in America is a story about the guy who figured out the no whammy, no whammy board. They made a whole movie.
Oh, the Press Your Luck?
Yeah. They made a whole movie about the guy.
Oh, yeah. I think is it older or is it new?
It says it just came out 9 days
Okay,
ago.
because I watched another documentary on him, but I'd love to watch
No,
another
this
one.
is got Paul Walter Hauser as that guy.
It's not even.
Johnny Knoxville's in it. Walton Goggins,
Let's
Haley
go.
Bennett. And the whole movie, and the guy is played by Paul Walter Hauser, who is the guy who played the bomber, the Atlanta bomber.
Richard Jewell.
Yeah, Richard Jewell, yeah. This looks fantastic, and they're taking this real seriously. Because the guy learned to count he learned the thing.
Yeah, he timed the pattern.
Which, I mean, come on, Johnny Creasel, as somebody who loves game shows, brilliant, right?
Well, how much effort did that take, though? And then you have to be on the show.
On the show.
Look at him.
Yeah. That's the catch. You can't just sit at home and figure out the pattern. You have to practice it. And how about the one thing that you really can't practice? You know, like Do Young Park, when he was on Jeopardy and then on this show, talked about how the buzzer is the whole game, right? Timing out the Jeopardy buzzer is really tricky. And the guys like Ken Jennings and James Holzhauer, all those guys, like they've played it multiple times, so they have the timing down. Who's to say that the button on Press Your Luck stops exactly when you think it does? Right. So that's even like, how do you factor in the lag, right? The slow delay from you practicing at home versus actually hitting the button. My guess is you figured out pretty quickly how quickly it reacts.
Now, is this going to be in theaters?
Only in theaters, April 4th, man. Coming right up.
See you soon, Alamo.
I know. It looks like they thought he had a cheater on the outside that was helping him somehow. That's what I was reading the captions.
Man, this will be great.
It looks really great, doesn't it? Come on, now.
It's a little bit like if it's like the Phil Ivey thing when he found the deck of cards that were slightly off, and he took advantage of the casino. And then the casino's like, well, give me all of my money back. He's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. To me, it's like, this is Press Your Luck's fault.
Yes.
He didn't break the rules. He found the edge.
Yeah.
He exploited you. He didn't cheat. He just found an edge.
What about...
How's that cheating?
I'm jumping all over the place, but did you guys read that a lady in, I think, California, Saucy, won $89 million in the lottery, but they're fighting it because she won it through Jackpocket?
Yeah, I think it was Texas. It was
Texas,
in the.
She won it through what?
Jackpocket, which is the app I use that he used to advertise.
Yeah, it's great.
Why are they fighting it?
It was in the headlines yesterday, so we didn't get to it. But I read the headline as well that they're trying not to pay her 83. I think 83. I forget the exact number. Imagine winning that much and then being told you're not getting it.
Oh, and talk about being devastating for Jackpocket, too,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I wonder what their point is. Like
if I said, hey, you're going to Holiday to get some tickets, can you buy me tickets?
Right.
Then is it invalid because you bought them for me? No, you give me the ticket. And now that online one, how does that work even? Do they mail you the paper one?
No, it's all on your phone.
It's all on your phone, yeah.
So is that why?
But if you win, I wonder like if you win, they actually give you... I'm looking at an article about her winning here, but I don't see one saying that they don't want to give it to her. I did read that yesterday, right? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Arizona. Days after her win, lawmakers started raising questions. Now one Texas woman worries if she'll ever see her life-changing money. $83 million. Now fighting the secure prize amid investigation by not the baseball team, real Texas Rangers. The Texas woman's winnings have been placed on hold. She worries about when or if she'll ever see the money. She got an attorney. Said his client purchased her $20 ticket through Jackpocket on February 17th and won. It's the person you want to win the Texas lottery, he said. It's that person who takes a risk, likes to gamble, wins the lottery, and instead of being rewarded, she's being punished. Get her, lawyer.
So why are politicians being involved? Let me guess. This is they think that you shouldn't be able to gamble from your phone, but it's on the gambling that they love.
Here we go.
Lottery.
The winning ticket was sold through a courier at the Winners Corner in North Austin. Both the store and Jackpocket are owned by sports betting company DraftKings. Days after the win, lawmakers started raising questions. The Texas Lottery Commission eventually moved toward banning couriers, with the Texas Senate approving a bill on February 27th to do the same. Along with this drawing, the Texas Rangers are also investigating a win from 2023. The other drawing involved a group of people who bought $26 million worth of tickets in every combination, won $95 million in a jackpot. Howard said his client's case is different. It's night and day. My client is a regular person who plays the lottery and spent $20 on the night of this particular lottery and got lucky. He added that he and his client intend to give the Lottery Commission time to resolve the situation, but they're ready to take legal action if necessary.
And if they're saying that they're working on passing the law that would make that illegal. The law has not taken effect.
Right.
So I don't know. This is dumb. And what is the basis of it? Do they want to make sure that kids can't do it or whatever? So you can't gamble from your phone? But
I think more than anything, it looks like they think that you can rig it somehow.
How?
I guess they said people that
Hello.
It said again, a group bought $26 million worth of tickets and won $95 million just by buying that many.
But the odds are still.
Yeah.
Well, but this isn't the Powerball or Mega Millions. It must be a different one because
the Texas lottery. Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
Because
that's what it is. Yep.
That's always the comeback about when it's 1 in 300 million, give or take, for the Powerball or the Mega Millions. It's the amount of time it would take, which is almost impossible, to fill out those bubble forms and get every single combination and spend $300 million when the jackpot's 1.5 or whatever.
Sure.
You don't have enough time to do that because of the way you do it. And you also risk splitting it with other people.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't guarantee you a win, as crazy as that sounds. And again, they don't give you enough time. I think what Chris is saying is on this platform, there is a way to quickly get all of the combinations because this group in 2023 spent $25 million and covered essentially all of the combos.
Yeah. It's like the laziest Ocean's 11 of all time.
Pretty much.
It is.
Yeah. But let's go back to press your luck.
Yeah.
If there's nothing stopping them from doing it.
If there's no law against it.
And they're sitting at home going, well, we could pull together $25 million. We know enough people. Let's just buy every combo and win the $95 million. What's stopping us? I would argue, again, what if somebody else hits the jackpot?
Yeah.
You're already starting to split it, which is still a win. But still, you're starting to dodge, like, how many people are you splitting this with? That's a thing.
That's the definition of gambling.
That's gambling.
If you're getting into retroactive lawmaking, that's a very slippery slope.
Can't do that.
Here you say, we didn't think of this, and this happens all the time in laws and in government. You learn from things that happen. You go, oh, okay, we didn't know about this. We didn't think about this. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again. Right. Let's introduce legislation, pass it, get it signed into law, and now it won't happen again. But this happened, and the one in 2023 happened. So targeting to make sure that that doesn't happen again, as far as like the mass buying, sure. But this lady, to her attorney's point, this is the kind of person you want to win it.
Yeah.
They bought, what, $20 worth?
Yeah.
That's...
Give her hell.
That's getting into that's nitpicking. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of sports betting, I saw somebody on Twitter post this, so I have no idea if this is true, but maybe you do. The dude that just got popped for soliciting a 16-year-old or whatever. Yep. Was it true that he was one of the guys that stopped the sports betting bill as well? That was one of the votes against it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but that's what Twitter was saying. I have no idea if that's accurate.
Because you have, maybe if it was a committee, sure, or it didn't make it out of there. But it's a very unique issue where you get Democrats and Republicans currently agreeing on it because the Democrats don't want, the tribes don't want betting, but they don't want anyone else to have it. Republicans morally oppose it. Not all of them, but some. So you kind of got this unique, like two different reasons for opposition, but nonetheless opposition on both sides. So we'll see. I think there's a little more momentum now, but we'll see. And now I don't think he's going to be able to vote. So
I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it.
He had to step down.
I believe he did.
And the gal he was trying to hook up with definitely is not old enough.
Yep. Hopefully he takes
imaginary as well.
And not a gal.
Imaginary and underage. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Dakota Shakedown, and the song is Blast. Local music on the Power Trip.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
Struggling to get out of bed? It might be time for an upgrade. Lisa makes exceptionally comfortable mattresses designed for every body and budget. But what truly sets them apart is their commitment to giving back. Since 2015, they've donated over 41,000 mattresses nationwide. Elevate your sleep and your space with Lisa. Go to lisa.com for 20% off their award-winning mattresses, plus an extra $50 off with promo code IHEART. That's LEESA.com. Promo code IHEART for an extra $50 off.
When it comes to playtime, never let your squad down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Push your gameplay beyond performance with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E. And maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search and head to Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
The Power Hour begins in about 2 hours from now at 8 a.m. KFAN.com/watch is where you can watch the Initials game featuring the Sklar brothers and watch everything else. The rest of the week, 8 to 9, all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
That is the way to do it. Whether it's program password, Initials, watching it on YouTube. Not only that, for those of you who are at work during the game like me, you can't pause iHeartRadio, but you can pause YouTube. So if you get a call or someone comes in your office and you need to do something, you can hit pause on YouTube and then you can catch up with it.
That's a great point. I never thought about that. Great point. Yeah.
But on the TV, then you're in on the facial expressions, especially Marnie.
Yeah.
Watching that unfold, it's great. The best.
Yeah, the best. Sklar brothers, excited to see them. That'll be fun.
Yeah, they're super nice guys.
Oh, they're the best.
Man. Let me tell you guys something right now. I love loading in PJ Fleck press conference stuff. And by the way, this is a Blur Curve, and the song is Initiation, local music on the Power Trip Morning Show. Good stuff. I like that song. Here's PJ Fleck. You guys ever wonder how many times you can say the word reps in about 2 sentences?
Here's what I told the quarterbacks. I said, listen, everybody's going to get reps to start with. This isn't a progression and an ease into your reps. Whoever takes your reps and takes advantage of your reps and does well in those reps will get more reps. If you're not taking advantage of your reps, that doesn't mean you've earned more reps.
I counted 8.
It's a lot of reps.
Yeah, a lot of reps.
Everybody's going to be getting reps, so don't worry about that. There is no 1s, 2s, 3s. We're naming groups this year, so go out there and earn the job. You do well, you'll get more. You don't, it's going to be hard for you to keep getting those same amount of reps. And if you don't get those same amount of reps, do you work harder to get more? Or do you just keep going BCDing and just keep going down in the tank? It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really competitive. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I really look forward to seeing how that room responds.
Quarterback room, he's talking about. Reps.
Not the paint on the walls.
Nope.
And
reps.
Who the hell's going to throw the ball for the Gophers this year? No idea. It's that Lindsay kid.
Whoever gets the most reps, Corey.
Yeah, whoever takes advantage of those
but what
reps.
if his reps aren't good and he gets fewer?
What if he gets fewer reps and he's like, he's just warming up and I don't have enough reps, coach?
Any relation to Jason?
Reps?
Oh, no, Lindsay Kidd, you said.
Oh,
Jason
I see.
Kidd.
Oh, Jason, yes. Basketball joke. It's out of character.
Billy?
I've been watching a lot of basketball lately. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on with you. It's out of character. I figured, I thought it was a hockey joke.
Every game pretty much sucked other than like one
They
yesterday.
all sucked.
Really?
Yeah, except for the
Boring day.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Kansas. And thank God Kansas lost.
Arkansas.
Yeah. Now we get to see Calipari versus Patino.
Man. Oh, man. Guys, I saw the most incredible footage yesterday. You guys remember the Joplin tornado?
Yes.
Yeah, that documentary.
Holy ball sacks.
Hold on, where's the documentary?
Netflix, brand new. Came out Wednesday.
Oh, sick.
Son of a bitch.
Just came out. And dude, there's footage from inside a tornado that I can't believe I never saw this footage. Like cell phone, you figure there's more cell phone footage now, but this was quite a few years ago. Like as a kid is getting sucked out of a car.
Ugh.
Like footage inside a store. Man, these kids, they're running from the tornado. It's like a movie. The tornado's behind them, and it's a giant tornado. So there's nowhere to go. So they park their car and they get out and they run into a store to get shelter, and it happens to be a liquor store. So they're surrounded by glass. Oh. I mean, and there's footage of this happening in the tornado. You can't believe it. The first 45 minutes of this hour-long documentary is on the edge of your seat. You can't believe it. And one kid got sucked out of the car that he was driving. He and his friend, they were holding hands praying because they were in the middle of a tornado and the sunroof blew open and the one kid got sucked out. They found him miles away in a lake.
Dead.
Yeah. I mean, you got to watch this documentary. It's mind-blowing. This tornado was the end. For those people, I always think about this. The people who died, for them, that was the end of the world. You know what I mean? That was the, what do you call it? The apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Yeah, that was the apocalypse for them.
Yeah.
They don't know that wasn't happening everywhere. They were, by the way, the entire high school, Joplin High School, had graduated that day.
Yeah.
The kid was coming home from high school when he got sucked out of the sunroof of his car. Unbelievable, man. Documentary on Netflix.
Thank God we don't get those kind of. We've had like 2 F5s in our entire state's history.
Right.
It's a great Google Street View trip to take.
Oh, the before
you can
and after.
still see. Yeah, there is some, because it was right around that time, so they do have a lot of before and after. But even today, you can see the path, like where there's just concrete blocks where buildings once stood. And yeah, you mentioned the graduation. If that happened, if that thing came through a couple hours before, it would have been hundreds more.
I think there were like 1,100 kids in the class or some crazy amount of that. Or people in this.
And I'm sure they showed the security cam footage from the school.
From the school. You'd seen that before?
Oh, yeah.
So the kids are gone. It's an empty school, but there's security footage. And the school is gone, by the way, at the end of this tornado. A giant school. And you see from inside the tornado taking the school down. It's incredible.
And you could be in the hallway down in the safety position with your arms over, and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Didn't matter there.
Doesn't matter.
There are some, what did they say? So that was obviously over 200 miles per hour wind speed and wide.
Yeah.
I'm a weather dork. I love all that stuff. I had done Skywarn spotter class years and years ago.
Nerd.
Nice. But it's like now as a homeowner and as a parent, like that's back when I lived with my folks and then had an apartment, whatever, where it's like you're not worried about property damage that much. Of course, you sympathize with other people.
Of course.
Now, I'm like, all right, it's fun to watch the weather, watch on the radar. And then I'm like, all right, once it gets near Cottage Grove, let's just simmer down a little bit.
Corey, and both you guys, I remember this since you're weather nerds then. There was a little kid, this is back, like YouTube was a big deal, a new deal kind of, right? So he'd become like a nationwide sensation for being like an 8-year-old meteorologist. He would get on, and so now he's like 13 years old. And by the strangest coincidence, Corey, this meteorologist is a fan of his who lives in Joplin. And the kid's like, I'd love to come to Tornado Alley one day and, just see what it's like. The guy says, well, come out and hang out with me for a few days. So the kid and his mom fly out the day the tornado hits.
Oh, my God.
And he's in Joplin on like 3 streets over, right? So he's not the building he's in's fine. But he walks outside at one point, and he looks up in the sky, and he goes into the back of the diner. He goes to his mom. He goes, we got to find shelter right now. She's like, what? And the other people are like, it's no big deal. The sirens go off all the time. He's like, no, trust me. We've got to find shelter. So they find shelter 3 streets over the place. There's nobody else to report on what's going on. So here's a 13-year-old kid standing amidst hell reporting on the Weather Channel about what he's seeing. Oh, my. I'm telling you, this is...
Yeah, we got to watch.
Incredible documentary.
Yeah.
The hospital getting hit sucked. Yeah. And actually, I remember that
Walmart?
day. Yeah, Walmart. I mean, the just that whole business stretch of road there. It hit every part of that town, including obviously the neighborhoods. I still remember that day because the Weather Channel had was meteorologist Mike Bettis was in the midst of it. It was called the Great Tornado Hunt. And they actually used, because they'd just been purchased by NBC, they used technology that they use in Iraq. to live broadcast while driving down the road. It's easy now, but back in the day, it took a crazy amount of tech to be able to drive and keep a satellite signal that would track the satellite while they're going 80 miles an hour down the freeway chasing these twisters.
It's a twister.
They came into town immediately after it went through, and he broke down on the air.
Yeah,
understandably
they
so.
show that footage of him crying, of him breaking down in the middle of it. Yeah.
And it was really tough to watch live, and not even knowing how many people died, and then obviously finding out later. And
it says it was rain wrapped, so obviously you can't see it from.
They did mention that, so you didn't even know it was a tornado because it was hidden behind rain. The craziest thing. And by the way, another film I watched yesterday rhymes with The Great Tornado Hunt.
Oh,
yeah. Right. Talk about a spinner.
Yes.
Talk about a spinner.
What is the name of this?
I think it's called Tornado or something like that.
I'll easily be able to find it.
It's brand new.
Okay.
And trust me, it's worth your time. Oh, and by the way, one more thing. So it's what do you call the Ozarks or whatever?
Yep.
Right by there. The tornado.
Beautiful area.
The tornado picked up some fungus. A lot of the people I think even died from some sort of fungus, algae that the tornado brought with it when it came into town. You can't believe it. You can't believe it. You can't believe it.
You survived the tornado.
Yeah. Right.
But you oh man.
Yeah.
Did they show the? I think there's it was at a gas station, like the freezer area.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
158 people killed.
Yeah, that's right. Jeez Louise, a tornado killed 158 people
directly, plus 8 to 9 indirect. That must have been from the fungi.
The fungi, yeah, right.
Crazy.
Yeah, unreal.
All right, front page sports in a second.
We'll get some
Marnie
reps.
later. The Sklar brothers in about an hour and a half. We'll play initials at 8:15. I haven't even looked. What are we at, 87?
That sounds right.
I think it was 86.5 last week, so I think we're at 87. I'll double check that. But, man, a lot of money up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. That's at 8:15. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Harbor and Home, the song is Change. Good morning, everybody. Local music on the Power Trip.
PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
Struggling to get out of bed? It might be time for an upgrade. Lisa makes exceptionally comfortable mattresses designed for every body and budget. But what truly sets them apart is their commitment to giving back. Since 2015, they've donated over 41,000 mattresses nationwide. Elevate your sleep and your space with Lisa. Go to lisa.com for 20% off their award-winning mattresses, plus an extra $50 off with promo code IHEART. That's LEESA.com. Promo code IHEART for an extra $50 off.
When it comes to playtime, never let your squad down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Push your gameplay beyond performance with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E. And maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search and head to Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Big day today, so listen up, basketball fans. Head to the Rabbit Hole in Minneapolis, your ultimate tournament headquarters for an all-day KFAN tournament watch party with over 45 big screens. You won't miss a single moment of the action. You can come hang with the Power Trip's Corey Cove from 11 to 1 today. And enter for your shot to win awesome prizes, including a TV every 2 hours. Get all the details now at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. And
it's basically the entire Power Trip Morning Show now, because it started off with multiple shows across the Fan broadcast day, but then one by one they had to drop off. So now it's me 11 to 1,
Meat Sauce 1 to 3,
1 to 3.
Yes, sir.
Then I think it's Parker Fox 3 to 5. Zachary 5 to 7, and Max 7 to 9.
Yeah.
So it's a Power Trip lineup. We're at the Rabbit Hole all day, and this was coincidentally The place that Tommy Olsen was raving about a week or two ago. So, hey, you been to the rabbit hole yet?
Yeah.
We're like, don't know what bars you go to, but no. And then he raved about it, and then he was right.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be great
today.
They have over 45 TVs. We're going to bring
5 more.
5 more
give
to
away.
give away.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Giant ass TVs.
I've never heard of that brand before.
It's a great brand. American made.
All right, let's do front page sports. There's not a ton going on outside of the NCAA tournament, but we can hit that as well.
Okay, buddy. You got it. Just reading about that giant fire that shut down Heathrow Airport.
How about that?
Yeah.
Saw the video.
For a day.
Holiday Station stores. Get that bakery meal deal. Get a couple of ring donuts and a medium hot coffee. Ask for the old bakery meal deal this morning when you go to Holiday. They got everything you want. They got lottery tickets. They have sunflower seeds in the shell. Energy drinks.
Just sunflower seeds.
Or in the shell.
No, you don't need.
No, because
no one wants Hellraiser going through their butt.
No.
Like pooping out a Rapala.
Yeah, well, Corey loves it.
Yeah.
But don't kink shame. That's his
toilet looks like the bottom of a softball dugout.
I don't get it. The Wolves host the Pelicans tonight at 7 o'clock. The Pelicans beat the Wolves 119-115 on Wednesday.
Lame.
The Pelicans are 19-51. They've only won 7 games on the road all year, but one of them was Wednesday against us. So same 2 teams tonight at 7.
Damn it.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Not mad about the basketball.
I was going to say, what, you can't go?
No, oh, God. I'm such an idiot.
Now what?
I'm filming a television commercial today, and I forgot.
For who?
I can't say.
Okay.
But I forgot to wear clothing. Can I wear my UFC shirt? Do you think?
Of course. Did that sweet Red Bull jacket? Wear that.
Are you filming it at 9:15 as well?
9:45.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a
you
problem.
look cool.
Do you need to run home?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. What
Well,
an idiot.
Don't you have stuff in your car?
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, well. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your...
I thought you were pissed about the Wolves.
I did too.
Didn't mean to interrupt your Black Panther party. Sorry.
The Minnesota
Great-
Wild host
great
Buffalo
scene.
tomorrow at 1. A little afternoon matinee at the XL Energy Center. The Wild are coming off a 4-0 win over the Kraken on Wednesday night. They are 39-25-5. Only if she's 5'3". That's 83 points. I believe that game's on the Fan, but I haven't checked.
Just have to hang on for dear life a little bit longer.
Extended pregame because I think we'll be on the pond for like 3 hours before it, so it'll be great. Marco
Who's on that
Rossi,
show now?
Kevin Fallness and Pat Micheletti. Who's in Mankato?
I like one of those guys.
Yeah. Vote for which one you think it is.
Kidding. I love them both. I love them.
The Los Angeles Lakers lost 118-89 to Milwaukee. Bronny James, a team-high 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting.
Whoa.
Led the Lakers in scoring with 17.
Wow.
How do they have a place for him now?
Is there a clothing store?
Oh, you
nearby?
can't rip him or you get destroyed. So good
who?
for him. LeBron. He goes after like everybody that rips him in the media.
Why would
he
you rip
doesn't-
him? He led the team
He
to
doesn't
score.
care about me, but I don't know. Good for him. And an absolute blowout. Great job.
Yeah, absolute blow.
Yeah. Absolute blowout.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of clothing stores that open at 9.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't think Talbot's is open at 9, Hawk.
All I need is a black T-shirt that doesn't say UFC across the front of it.
We'll get it at Talbot's.
Well, I'm sure
Well, Target or Walmart would have that.
Yeah,
Just
touche.
a black
There you go.
T-shirt.
Yeah, man. Just be cool with it, right?
Right. Is that the look they want? Black T-shirt?
It is today.
Oh, right on. As opposed to UFC 313.
God, I'm such an idiot. Why do I even put things on my calendar if I don't look at my calendar? It's like, why does Abbott even send me the schedule if I just delete it?
That's what I do.
I know.
Yep.
Moron.
Yeah, we have one of those digital wall calendars, right, where all the family members can sync it up and you can all look at it together so I can input it from my phone and then it goes straight to the wall. And I can't tell you how many times Angie will call me and she'll be like, "Where are you?" And I'll be like, "I'm at so-and-so." And she'll be like, "Well, how was I supposed to know?" I'm like, "I don't know. Check the wall." You are the one that wanted it.
That's a pretty good idea, though.
family calendars are key.
They're key.
That's a great idea.
But
What's that thing called?
The spouse
Will you
has
buy me one,
to
Hawk?
use it as well.
Thanks, buddy.
Otherwise, it's
It
not.
takes participate. That's why
It does.
the Find My app for if you have friends and family on there, where you can see their location, that helps as well.
Why wasn't that turned on during my first marriage? Yeah, we've thought about getting those. My wife is very good about checking those, but there are still times where, a hair appointment? Didn't know. I'll get Chloe from school. She'll give me a heads up. She's like, hey, I forgot to put this on the calendar. She's good about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't
cool.
know where we'd put it, though. Do you have it hanging on the wall?
Mudroom, yeah. Yep.
You have a room just for your mud?
Yep.
Yeah, wow,
It's
you're
called.
rich.
It's what I slang for my bathroom.
Oh, yeah, the Dwight Room.
Grody.
Well, the Dwight hockey room is over the. It's like it's a plaque on the outside of the bathroom.
Welcome to the Dwight Room.
He paid for the naming rights.
Yeah,
he gave me
he did.
$20. I
Yeah.
said, sure, done.
Yeah.
$20 more than I had before.
That was a counterfeit bill, by the way, just so you know.
And
What?
It's covered in feet.
And then I'm taking the plaque
That's
down.
not mud.
Yeah. Oh.
A Georgia man was sentenced to 1 year in prison for transporting millions of dollars of stolen Masters memorabilia, including one of Arnold Palmer's green jackets. Jeez. How about this? So he worked at a warehouse that housed a whole bunch of Masters memorabilia. He would photograph stuff that the warehouse had and then would send them to a Florida-based seller, and they'd be like, well, we want the green jacket and we want those clubs. And then he would slowly sneak them out, small groups at a time so it wouldn't be noticed. He did it for like 13 years, just a little bit at a time, from 2009 to 2022. The problem is, of course, he's an idiot.
No.
All of a sudden, he had $370,000 for vehicles, and then he bought a boat. $160,000 for Disney-themed vacations. Zach and I would know that's about one vacation.
How much?
$160,000.
Yeah.
That's going to Animal Kingdom once.
Yep, staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge once.
My God.
Then $32,000 for Louis Vuitton items. So he started living a pretty high lifestyle for a guy who worked at a warehouse.
Yeah. Launder that money, man.
And at some point, somebody was going to figure it out. You'd be like, oh, here's a so-and-so's green jacket from this year that just sold. Wait a minute, didn't we have that? I mean, it's not difficult to connect the dots.
No. So they caught him.
Hey, roll
Little
down
over a
your
year.
Ferrari window, Joe.
Yeah.
Have you seen the green jacket?
Yeah.
That was a reenactment.
That's pretty good.
I felt like I was
Most
there.
wanted.
He stopped smoking Newports. That was the big key. It wasn't the sports cars.
Doesn't it seem like a year's a little light for a guy who's been robbing this place for 13
Hey, at
straight
least you got
years?
to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, especially the vacation, you're not recovering those funds.
No.
Vehicles, you could recoup some of them, but not the vacation.
No, he's not getting those Mickey pretzels back.
God, no.
Those went through the system and ended up in the Dwight.
The Dwight Room.
Yeah.
I'm so close to saying the Dwight K. Schrute Memorial Bathroom, but that's a different one. The Dwight Hockey Memorial Bathroom.
And that was families pissed at him, too. They're like, what do you mean we can't go do this anymore? Got no money left.
Yeah. We can do it, but Dad won't be with us.
Yeah,
That's
right.
true. Yeah.
Could you put on the Hearth calendar you're going to be gone for a year?
Brilliant.
Please?
This thing is cool.
It is, yeah.
If I ever do some kind of scam where I take a bunch of money, they're never recouping another dime.
No.
No.
I will have spent it all. You spent how much?
Well,
in 6
Right.
months?
Oh, yeah.
In fairness to them, they are going to get the UFC and Bryan Adams merch back because you have that
Yeah,
on.
correct.
Yeah, but you're not going
Right.
to want that.
No.
No.
The Boston Celtics were sold for $6.1 billion.
My God.
When it closes, it would be
6.1?
Yeah, it would be the most in North American sports history, passing the $6.05 billion that the Commanders just recently went for. The NBA record, $4 billion. That was 2 years ago when Matt Ishbia bought the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah. Should be buying the Twins.
This one was the Celtics were bought by a private equity firm, XCap, and its founder, Bobby Axelrod.
Oh,
Great
really?
timing, though, too.
Yeah.
Right after a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that never happens. Were they for sale for even last year, or was it right after?
Not sure.
I didn't pay attention to how that unfolded.
If you have that kind of money, this is a adult question that I don't have the answer to, that I'm sure all you four do. When you have that kind of cash, you just write a check, or is there like a money, like, how do you, right?
Right.
That all goes in one sum.
You just write it an IOU.
Yeah,
That's
or
that's as good as cash.
Some of it can be payments, as we learned with the Timberwolves. And
yeah, but when you got
that was a
endless
weird
cash.
setup, though, because I would think most leagues or most teams that sell, it is just here. You're collecting your investors, and then you make the transaction at one time.
As soon as the government says my jackpot Powerball is good, you'll get your money. I swear.
and you're
Don't
going
do
to
it in
more
Texas.
Brian Adams concerts.
Well, Glenn probably is furious. This is going for $6.1 billion, and Glenn jumped the gun and sold a Mark Lorian A-Rod for $200,000. And that's why he wants the team back.
Yeah.
So he can buy more chickens to roast them alive.
That's sad.
Which is great, because roasted chicken, right? Like A+.
So good.
Make those chicken fingers, man. Let's go.
Who's another big-breasted lady besides Dolly Parton?
Oh my!
I can't think of a, because I have a great analogy, but I can't think of a slightly less well-endowed lady.
Emily Addison.
There you go.
Lisa Ann.
Good pull. That's like being with Emily Addison, and then Dolly Parton walks by, and you're like, "Aw, you got $2.1 billion, man. Be cool."
Right.
You go do the chicken dance. Oh, but Dolly.
Mr. Z joins next. We'll talk film after this. Marnie in a little bit. The Sklar brothers around 7:30. Initials at 8:15 with $87,000 up for grabs potentially. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
Struggling to get out of bed? It might be time for an upgrade. Leesa makes exceptionally comfortable mattresses designed for every body and budget. But what truly sets them apart is their commitment to giving back. Since 2015, they've donated over 41,000 mattresses nationwide. Elevate your sleep and your space with Leesa. Go to Leesa.com for 20% off their award-winning mattresses, plus an extra $50 off with promo code IHEART. That's LEESA.com. Promo code IHEART for an extra $50 off.
When it comes to playtime, never let your squad down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Push your gameplay beyond performance with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E. And maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search and head to Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
The Fan. Hi. Here we are. The crease in the crease.
Yes.
Mork and Mindy on their way in.
Nanu.
That's right. The Sklar brothers on their way in. What a day. What a day to be alive. Here we are.
That was the right show, right? Nanu.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Mork and
That's
Mindy?
it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
That was a Happy Days spinoff?
Yes. That's right.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Mork appeared on one episode, maybe 2 episodes of Happy Days as an alien when Happy Days was running out of things to do.
Before they jumped the shark.
Correct. Yeah, right
But
before.
nearing the time of the shark.
Mm-hmm. Local band called Fever Dream. The song is called Crying Out. Speaking of crying out, Mr. Z crying out to tell you about the movies that are out there.
Yep. Today's Snow White. That's the big release. We'll see what that mess is all about. Hi, Mr. Z.
Hey, guys. What's up?
All right, let's dive into it. I know we've talked about it a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but Snow White out in theaters now. Super polarizing and controversial and this and that. Blah, blah, blah. Low score on Rotten Tomatoes. No one's digging this. What's going on with Snow White, and how does this impact Disney, and how does this impact their live action plan moving forward?
That's a lot to unpack there. I don't know that it really affects. It's going to do fine business-wise. We're looking at like probably a $45 to $50 million opening. It's a nice little movie. There's nothing wrong with the movie. The reviews, this is the one time, I always try to steer people away from Rotten Tomatoes if I can. This is probably the perfect example of why Rotten Tomatoes is useless in this situation. It is. It's actually bad for you to look at Rotten Tomatoes score because this movie is aimed at, I don't want to say little girls because it's, you don't have to be, but I mean, that would have been what we would have said 20 years ago. And when my daughter, she's, older now, but if I wish I had a 9-year-old daughter because I would love to take her to this. She would have loved it. Now, if you're a bunch of 24-year-old dudes and you're going to go see Snow White and you're like, well, that wasn't very good. Well, and that's what these reviewers are. These reviewers, they're only reviewing from their personal perspective and they think they're very important. And so they have to break down the differences between the 1937 cartoon and this one and all this stuff. And instead of just saying, hey, if you had kids and you brought them, would they like it? Yeah, that's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. But it's being reviewed from a grown-up standpoint on Rotten Tomatoes, which is useless because that's not what it's for. So with that being said, I think Disney feels they're actually going to get lucky with this one because it's not bad. When I screened it, my main goal was please don't be awful. Please don't be terrible. And I walked out of there going, that wasn't bad. I mean, for what it was, it's a ridiculous story. It's based on the original Snow White and it's very, very simple and they stick to it.
All right. Do they have a bunch of other live action ones in the hopper, Disney, that are still?
Not really. I mean, we have we have Lilo and Stitch. They have Lilo and Stitch coming out in May, which is going to be a monster. That's considered a live action remake. And then they have, I think, Moana next year, Dwayne Johnson and the live action Moana. I'm trying to think of what's after that. I can't think of anything beyond that. I'm sure they do, but I think it's one a year maybe. I know they were talking about Robin Hood, which is one I would love to see. Underrated Disney movie, Robin Hood.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be great. Yeah.
Are there any plans to do a Cars live action remake?
No, that would.
How cool would that be?
No, I don't think there is. So, but yeah, so yes, I had, sometimes they say for your mental health, sometimes just stay away from social media. Well, I get bogged down because I've been watching so much of this online back and forth on this movie. And then when you get out in the real world and talk to regular people, a lot of times they don't have no idea what you're talking about. They're like, it's a remake of Snow White. It took my kids. It was fine. And I think that's in the real world. That's kind of what the response we're getting is.
Hey, this is about a week ago, but I just wanted to ask because I like getting you triggered about things like this. There was a movie called The Electric State that got released to Netflix with Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt. And everyone's saying it's just absolutely terrible. But is there a part of you that because it didn't go to theaters, if it goes like, a big budget movie like this that goes straight to Netflix and then everybody says that sucked, is there a part of you that goes good?
The answer is yes, except that now what I found, and it's funny you mentioned that because I said this exact same thing, is that I said that must be terrible because otherwise it wouldn't be going to Netflix with it. That was before I saw it. I said, because that's a huge moneymaker. You take a property as big as Electric State, put the Russo brothers in charge of it, and pay that much cast. I mean, why would you just throw money away? Why would you throw $100 million away? We saw what Red One did for Amazon. And I thought, so what I do instead is, before it even comes out, I go, that must just be awful. If they're not even going to try the theater. And then lo and behold, that's what it was. So,
it is terrible.
Terrible?
That's kind of how I make myself feel better, is that they must have known it was garbage.
Wait, you watched all of it or some of it?
No, I was at my mom and dad's house, and I just taken a walk. I came back, and I walk in, and they started watching this movie, and I'm like, is that Millie Bobby Brown? It is. What movie is this? Wait, that's Chris Pratt? What is this? And 45 minutes later, I'm like, this is the stupidest. I can't believe what I'm watching. Yeah. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I saw a trailer that looked like Mr. Peanut was in it.
Yeah, brilliant.
He is. Yeah. He's a major character.
What?
He gets his hat ripped off as punishment.
What is this?
Ridiculous is what it is.
15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It felt like a fever
dream.
dream.
And if Hawk hates it, it's trash. It's trash.
Man, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. Millie Bobby Brown. Go back to the Upside Down.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
When is that? Is that this summer?
Don't know.
Yeah,
God,
you'd think so.
The finale of Stranger Things? Man, I can't wait.
Hey, Mr. Z.
versus Vecna.
Yeah.
Random question for you. Maybe you don't know. What's going to be the biggest blockbuster money-making movie of the year?
Some pornography.
That's good. Winter is a little far away. I know that right now, as far as money making, a lot of people, or the How to Train Your Dragon remake for June, is on path to be the biggest movie of the summer, which then could make it the biggest movie of the year. We'll see. But I would say How to Train Your Dragon. It'll be interesting to see what Wicked 2 does this fall. When that comes out, because that was obviously a huge box office for Universal, and I don't know, as a sequel can't possibly do more. Is it going to do the same? So those are the two that I would put down just off the top of my head.
Sweet.
No,
How to Train Your Dragon is going to be sweet.
A+. The first two are great.
Yeah, they really are good movies.
Yeah, they're great.
Mr. Z,
and
you're
it
the
looks
best
like
man.
they're taking their time with the remake. Sorry, go ahead.
All good. You got anything else? Otherwise, thanks for the time as always.
Yeah, no, that sounds cool. We'll talk again. We'll talk Minecraft soon.
Oh yeah, Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
When is that? Is that a week away or more than that?
2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. Okay. All right. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and that's going to do a ton of business. Don't even bother looking at Rotten Tomatoes. It doesn't matter. Everyone who grew up with Minecraft is going to go see it, good or bad. So it's going to do millions and millions of dollars. So.
Right on.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Z. Appreciate it, dude.
All right guys. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
Bye.
Kiddo's pumped for Minecraft.
Yeah.
Bye.
She hasn't mentioned Snow White once. She's 11. Doesn't seem to care.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she's just kind of over the princess thing now.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams is a fine actress.
Yeah.
She played Marilyn Monroe, amongst other things. She's great. She's got a new series coming out. I think it's on Hulu, maybe FX, called Dying for Sex. And it's a tearjerker show about a lady who's dying, and she realizes she's never had an orgasm with a man, and so she goes on a quest to have one. Listen to this scene.
Look at how many pictures of penises I'm getting. How did he get so hard in the middle of a forest? It's like a sunflower bending toward the sun itself.
Brilliant.
That's
really good.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's going to be
That's
great.
genius.
This looks like obviously heavy show, but it looks really, really good. It's a series coming up.
Yeah.
On
This
FX.
it's a documentary. Anybody want to take the rest of the joke?
No.
Can I just do it then?
Go ahead.
Yes.
It's about a gal named Kelly in Edina.
Oh, my Lord.
April 4th on Hulu. Dying for Sex.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah.
What's that, buddy?
You could make your own, Make-A-Wish, but for women who haven't.
I really appreciate you think I can give a woman an orgasm.
Yeah. Good for you, Zach.
That's so sweet of you. I mean,
make it your life's work.
Yeah, correct.
Are you dying?
Yeah.
My name's Chris. It's a gamble for both of us here.
Yeah. Be the Pied Piper of
I'll
it.
give it my best shot.
Oh.
2 thumbs up, if that helps.
Oh, brilliant. Great line.
What really matters is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. Marnie Gelder in 30 minutes or so. The Sklar Brothers in about an hour, and initials at 8:15.
PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
Struggling to get out of bed? It might be time for an upgrade. Lisa makes exceptionally comfortable mattresses designed for every body and budget. But what truly sets them apart is their commitment to giving back. Since 2015, they've donated over 41,000 mattresses nationwide. Elevate your sleep in your space with Lisa. Go to lisa.com for 20% off their award-winning mattresses, plus an extra $50 off with promo code IHEART. That's LEESA.com. Promo code IHEART for an extra $50 off.
When it comes to playtime, never let your squad down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Push your gameplay beyond performance with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E. And maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search and head to Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Hey, Wolves fans, you know we don't just talk ball, we live it. And now we're throwing you a full court lob with $15 tickets to select March games. Don't just hear us break it down. You can be there, feel the energy, lose your voice, and howl with us. Use code KFAN with an exclamation point at timberwolves.com/March to get your $15 tickets. Good job.
Yeah,
everybody.
good job.
I didn't say good luck. What? You don't need luck.
Yeah, good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing great. Let's do what really matters: scores and stats around the world of sports. And in between, Chris will change your life with something else.
Okay. This is Highlight and Deep Blue. Local music on the Power Trip. Here we go. Let's go.
That's what really matters, right?
Yeah, we'll start with wild news presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. Thanks, Catalyst. Boost your build if you're a Twin Cities contractor with Catalyst. The Wild did not play last night. They play tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock against the Buffalo Sabres. One of Parrish's 34 former teams.
Turns me off.
I believe that game's at the XL Energy Center on the Fan. The Wild won 4-rip over the Kraken on Wednesday night. Off tonight again. They play tomorrow against Buffalo. What really matters, though, is this.
In 2017, 5 men were killed in Mozambique because they were bald.
Ugh.
And their killers believed that the heads of bald men contained gold.
My God.
2017.
Yeah.
Were they right?
Nope.
No.
0 for 5? Like, not one of them had gold in their head.
If that were true, I'd have a lot of gold.
Because you bald a lot of men?
No, because I have a huge bald head.
Oh.
You would be the belle of the ball.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, my precious.
Yep. Yep, or that.
It would be like mass migration to San Francisco in the 1840s.
Yep. Here comes Daniel Day-Lewis looking for gold but finds oil.
He found oil in there?
No. Isn't that why he goes to where he's going? And then he's looking for gold, but then finds oil?
Looking for gold.
I just meant oil in your head as opposed to gold in your head.
Sorry.
It says Steph Curry got a pelvic bruise.
Oh.
That sounds awful.
Been there, brother.
Yeah.
Listen to the Hulk.
I'm giving out a few pelvic bruises.
The Drunken Scotties won 85-66. They're a 3 seed in the East. They're moving on against whoever they play next, but they beat Montana 85-66 and covered the 14-point spread.
Yeah.
So you won some money against Tommy.
I did, against Tommy. And then...
it was tight for a while.
Yeah, then they pulled away, man. It was... I love betting on March Madness games, individual games, because I don't know anything about it. I just and I knew Tommy would always bet against Wisconsin. I thought I'll take the 16.5. So yeah, won $100.
Cool.
I need to find him to bet again though.
What really matters is this.
James Carter was the guy who sang "In Constant Sorrow Through These Days." That song from "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
Great bit.
He got a $20,000 royalty check for that song. He had sung it 40 years earlier, had no memory of doing so.
What?
Wow.
Had no memory of doing so?
Nope, didn't remember doing it. Yeah.
Crazy.
I am a man.
Great song.
Wisconsin plays BYU tomorrow night at 6:45.
Which stands for Bring Your Undies, babe.
Wow. Who are you talking to?
Bring them undies.
Sports fans.
Yeah. Wow.
No skitters.
Yeah.
Not a ton of upsets yesterday. One of them, though, was number 5 Clemson losing to number 12 McNeese 69-67. That game was 31-13 at halftime. Clemson scored 13 points in the first half, 54 in the second half. to come all the way back and still lose by 2.
Did you see the video of McNeese walking out of the locker room? Their team manager wears basically a boombox speaker.
Great bit, yeah.
And just plays just a crippler.
Yeah, great bit, yeah.
I'm assuming it's a crippler. I didn't have the sound on, and they're the whole team's dancing to it, singing. Seems like they got a good vibe. So they went out there and just dealt it out.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, that's always fun.
But what really matters is this.
I read that one yesterday. I'm going to tell you about George Clooney again. Be pissed. He gets pissed when I bring up Batman on the show. Big fan. I don't want to talk about that either. I'm bored now. The letters SRS imprinted on the cover for an airbag, if you ever noticed that, stands for a supplemental restraint system.
Oh.
SRS. I just saw that the other day. So
I did not know that.
Have you ever noticed that it's written on there?
No.
I knew it.
Sending out an SRS to you.
Yeah. Is that ABBA?
I remember when I went to Milwaukee with my wife and we met up with Dov and Pete Sauce. Great trip. Super fun night. Ugh. And I was riding with your uncle and we looked down. There was a lady driving out with just a deployed airbag.
Yeah.
I'm guessing those are not cheap to get fixed, but.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys ever been in an accident where they've been deployed?
Knock on wood, I have not.
Yeah.
Our Humvees didn't have them, unfortunately.
Good point. Right. Sorry I brought up accident. What an idiot.
ESPN said about 24 million brackets were filled out for their bracket challenge. About 24 million. We are through just one day of the NCAA tournament. According to ESPN's tracker, how many perfect brackets remain out of 24 million after one day? I just mentioned not a lot of upsets, right? Just a handful. Only one real big one. The rest of them are minor.
10,000. I was going to say 10 mil.
That's a terrible guess, by the way.
Why?
You think half of them are perfect?
Yeah. I suppose not everybody picked McNeese. So probably like 1 million.
Setting back the White Bear math program. Decades.
Impossible.
10,000.
Chris, take a shot.
6,000.
The thousands is the right guess. 25,802.
Wow, yeah.
Is the right play. The NCAA says they believe something like 0.1%.
Yeah.
Is what they believe are about perfect. Same thing with Yahoo Sports says 99.9% of its brackets now are not perfect.
Oh.
90. So think about that. We talked about the other day about everybody going, get a perfect bracket and win $1 million. Almost no upsets on day one, right? Almost. And 99.9% of brackets are no longer perfect.
Think about that. Yeah.
And there's a long way to go.
You got a whole other day of it today, tomorrow, and Sunday. The best.
I'm going to fill out this bracket. I might win $1 million. I just have to pick it perfect.
Yeah. Did you guys fill out one? You did not.
Correct? No, I didn't. Even though like 4 days ago, I was like, I'm going to do like 5 this year.
Yeah.
I did 0.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I did like 3 of them on ESPN.com. I have one that's like 73% correct. I don't know what that wins me, but.
Mine's 92.7% correct.
Jeez, John.
Good start.
I have my other one that I swing for the fence and just get weird. That one's 29.1%.
Whoops.
Yeah.
What really matters, though, is this.
In Maryland, there's a Mariner celebration burning socks on the equinox.
Jeez.
They burn their socks because Mariners only wear socks in the wintertime. They don't wear them in the summertime. It's too hot. Their toes get all sweaty.
Or because they don't want people to find their crusty socks.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to burn those sons of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alexander Ovechkin scored career goal 888, is now just 7 away from the NHL record.
When does he play here?
Isn't next
6 days, I think? I think he plays
Thursday.
the 27th.
Yeah.
Yep, the 27th of March.
Sweet.
So he's 7 away from passing the record. And also the Capitals clinched a playoff berth in a 3-2 win over Philadelphia. But what really matters is this.
In 1849, Fyodor Dostoevsky was sentenced to death for his alleged anti-government activities with a radical intellectual group. He had already been marched out to the firing squad and was standing there getting ready to be shot when he was spared. I didn't know that about Dostoevsky. Did you?
I knew zero things about that guy.
Yeah, I've only heard the name. I didn't know what he did.
He was a writer, Crime and Punishment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you read that?
Sure.
Have you, Corliss?
No, but I like both of those things.
Yeah, you do. You want to go to jail and you want to commit crimes.
And you want to be punished when you're in jail.
Yeah.
By Big Jim.
Yeah, by Big Jim. Yep. You want to be tossed around.
All right, Zach, you might have read this, so don't guess if you know.
Is this about Big Jim?
American billionaire Dan Friedkin has emerged as a strong ownership option to bring an NHL team to what U.S. city?
Oh, my God. Please say Rogers.
Kansas City?
Zach, do you know this or not?
I don't.
Take a shot then. There's a billionaire that says, I want to put an NHL team in what? U.S. city. I'm here. I'm going to give you all a U.S. Statistic that might help. It's one of the biggest cities in the country.
Well, I can.
Okay.
I can guess.
Go ahead.
That's why he's
that's the
asking
whole
you to
point.
do.
Yeah, that's what he's asking.
Houston?
Houston is the correct answer.
Okay.
He wants it to be in Houston, Texas.
Well, why not St. Joseph, Minnesota, or Sartell?
So that's the third biggest market, I believe, right? Or is it fourth?
I think it's fourth. I think it goes Chicago
third.
3, Houston 4.
Painesville would look good with an NHL
Yeah,
team.
Painesville.
Yeah.
Annandale.
Staples,
Just
Motley.
anywhere in
Yeah.
Curry. Yeah.
Onamia.
Yeah.
Oh, name, yeah. Great time.
Leader.
Walk on.
Baxter.
By Muggs.
Walk on.
I'll have to ask Joe O'Donnell about that because
Don't wake him up.
Yeah, leave him alone.
I'm going to wake him up. I'm going to give him a call right now.
Don't wake up dudes.
Ask him if Wilmer
Because
would be
the
a good
Iowa
spot.
Wild, which is the minor league team for the Minnesota Wild, they came from Houston. They were the Houston Aeros for many years, and that's where Joe lived for many years. So,
just text him you up.
How about this? Here's the rest of this story on ESPN.com. The NHL went from 30 to 32 clubs when it added Vegas and Seattle. The expansion fee for Vegas was $500 million. The expansion fee for Seattle was $650 million. If the NHL decided to expand again, they would add 2 teams, but stagger the start dates. It's believed another strong candidate would be Atlanta, which has had 2 teams, and they've both left.
Failed.
Most recently in 2011 when the Thrashers relocated to Winnipeg. However, progress was made on a possible return to Atlanta over the last couple of months.
I know on the surface, based on all that stuff, it doesn't look great, but their ownership, for the Thrashers' ownership was horrible. The Flames, that was a whole different time way back in the 80s, and that just wasn't going to work. So it can work. There is a good market down there for hockey, believe it or not. They just need the right ownership group because the Thrashers were terrible.
This sounds like you were my marriage counselor the first time.
Well, they didn't have a winning record like the entire time there. I mean,
Chris, help me with this one.
Yes, sir.
So at the 24 NHL All-Star Weekend, Gary Bettman rattled off a list of cities the NHL has heard from expressing interest in expansion. Salt Lake City was one, but of course they just had a team move there.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, Atlanta, Omaha, Kansas City, and Cincinnati. Would Cincinnati care? Because nobody cares that there's a team in Columbus.
No.
Cincinnati might care.
Columbus loves it. The Blue Jays.
I'm saying nationally. That is like one of the most forgotten franchises in professional sports.
I forgot they had a team.
Nobody cares. Would Cincinnati work?
Cincinnati would care. I believe there's a minor league team that does pretty well.
What are they called?
The Whores. Yeah, it's a weird
Is
name.
your sister the mascot?
How dare you?
Jeez. That's
What
really
a
mean, dude.
thing to say.
That is
Mean?
That's super mean.
I think Kansas City could work.
They already have the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I thought, and it's in the middle of nowhere, so you could pull from the surrounding area.
They've played a few games there too. The preseason games, they'll go down there. So it's a nice rink. It's good enough.
Hey, speaking of Kansas City, condolences to Power Trip Betts. Maybe you saw on social media that
much love, brother.
his mother passed away a couple days ago, I believe at the age of 83. So shout out to Chuck and his entire family.
Love you, brother.
Diehard
Chuck.
supporter of the Power Trip Morning Show. We love that guy. So sorry for your loss, dude.
Well said, Cor.
Nice guy.
Great dude.
Great guy.
One of a kind.
Average at best, but I
yeah, he's a very average dude, but he seems nice, and that counts for something.
It does.
All right, the news in a second when we come back. Marnie should be here in like 20 minutes. The Sklar brothers should be here in about 30 minutes. They are hilarious. They were at Acme last night. They're at Acme again tonight and tomorrow. Parrish and I saw them last year. They are absolutely phenomenal. If you get a chance to go see them, I would highly recommend it. But the news with Chris after this on The Fan.
The Fan. PayPal lets you pay all your pals, like your graduation gifters.
Who's paying for the mattress topper?
You mean the beanbag chair?
Aren't we getting a mini fridge?
Can we create a pool on PayPal? It lets us collect the money before we buy.
Ooh, yes, that's smart.
Glad we can agree on something.
Easily pool, split, and send money with PayPal. Get started in the PayPal app. A PayPal account is required to send and receive money. A balance account is required to create a pool.
You know, some people say that Odoo business management software is like fertilizer, the way it promotes growth and all. But other people say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. And there's some people who would even say Odoo's individual software programs come together to build the perfect suite like building blocks. Well, Odoo is all of these things. Fertilizer, magic beanstalk, building blocks for business. So sign up now at odoo.com, ODOO.com.
When it comes to playtime, never let your squad down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Push your gameplay beyond performance with 13th Gen Intel Core processors. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E. And maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search and head to Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check for the nearest bathroom first before the game starts. Now you're heading in the wrong direction, and it sounds like your team's taking the lead. Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.